Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, in this session, we will cover the last object-oriented principle. That is the fourth point, the abstraction. So far, we have covered, uh, demonstrated the what is the encapsulation. That is wrapping the data and methods together in a class. Okay, it's called encapsulation. Means you're defining a methods and what are the members variables, members methods, and how do you construct, how do you set, get, constructors and everything, binding all the things, all the other methods. That's a process called encapsulation, data encapsulation or encapsulation. This is done by using a class definition and creating an object of the class. So we have seen this very beginning of this session, this semester. Then we have started the inheritance, which will allow to create a class from the existing class, deriving a new class from the existing class, like creating a child class from its parent class. So the child classes can have access to the properties, methods, and variables of the its parent class. So that's a inheritance, right? So using the inheritance, we can reuse the code, we can extend the code, extend more, adding more functionality without modifying the parent class. So there are different advantages, right? So it basically defines the relationship between the classes. Then we have already also seen the what is polymorphism, like creating more methods with different behavior, the same name with different behavior within the class and outside the class. So with the help of method overloading within the class and method overriding with the different classes, same name with a different signature, same name with same signature, right? So this is method overloading, method overriding, demonstrating the polymorphism. And data abstraction, that is hiding the information in the, I mean hiding the implementation details, only showing the essential features. Like abstract, just show you the abstract, what is in your class, what is in your program basically, but without showing the details, what the programs, without showing the logic, without showing the implementation of this one. So there are two examples under this abstraction. Is one is abstract class, another concept which is similar to the class is called interfaces. They are called interfaces, right? So we have seen in the last session, week 5, we have covered the abstract class. What is abstract class? Abstract class is like a providing a blueprint, a template, which will enforce the class, a subclass to override the methods. Okay, an abstract class, we cannot create object. An abstract class, we have an abstract methods and concrete methods. Concrete method means a method which has implementation. An abstract methods, a method which without any implemented, without any body, you can say without any body. That's an abstract method. Just define the, just give the name of the method, just give the name, a definition of the, we just name the method, but without the body. Okay, that is abstract method. Now we have seen that part last session. Now in this session we will go with the interface. We will see the interface, how to create interface similar to the class. Okay, but in interface also has methods and variables, right? In simple, as per the definition, it has a methods and variables. Methods are by default abstract methods. No need to explicitly define by using the keyword abstract. You do not need to write abstract keyword on every method. By default, you write a method, it is by default it is a abstract. Second thing, variables. The variables by default they are public, static, and final. They are access specifiers and modifiers. So inshallah we'll see this. We know public, we know the static, and I will inshallah, maybe you have covered in theory, but I will show you inshallah next week about the final keyword. Okay. So what is the syntax of interface? Let's see the syntax. How do you create an interface? By using the keyword interface and interface name, like class name, right? And this is the body, start opening brace and closing brace, and you have two things, uh, method, abstract methods, right? And variables. These variables basically are called constants, fixed. Okay, and by default static, public, and final, right? It has two things. you have multiple methods or multiple variables. It depends upon the type of interface. Okay, so like method names, return type, method name, which may be wide, double, integer, string, boolean, whatever the return type of data it is returning by the method and parameters. And you see the semicolon, there is no opening closing braces, just give the name, you just provide the name. Okay, if you have one method, two methods, we'll see the help of example here, right? So similar to the abstract class, basically it's abstract, actually it is abstract, more abstract, I can say strong as abstract. Okay, so we cannot create object for the interface, we cannot create object like a class, we can create object, but for interface or an abstract class we cannot create object, it's not allowed, it is not allowed to create an object of an interface, right? And the next fifth point is implements. We use the keyword implements. So the class which uses the keywords implements to implement an interface, right? So we have an interface, I assume we have an interface name. So how do you implement? What do you mean by implement? Implements providing, defining the, overriding the methods, abstract methods of interface, that is called implementation. Means giving some body, assigning some body, means doing some logic, business logic or processing logic, defining some logic to the methods, abstract methods of the interface by using the keyword implements, right? So here class, we're creating a class, this is generally called implementation class, the class name, and implementing the interface. And you implement all methods, like all here, how many methods you defining here, you must implement in the class, all the methods must be implemented. This is what interface enforce the class, you must override all the methods, you cannot leave one method, and you can continue the program, it doesn't work, right? So the last point of, there are a lot of points, I just figure out very few, I just list out a few important points on interfaces. The last one which I feel is very important here, multiple interfaces, like in general is using the class inheritance. We have different types of inheritance: single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, hierarchical, hierarchical inheritance. Then we have multiple inheritance, but Java does not support multiple inheritance in directly. Now we have two classes, two parent classes. Now we cannot create a child class by extending the properties, accessing the properties of its two parent class. There is no way. Okay, it creates a confusion or ambiguity for a subclass, which method it can be overridden, right? So that's it's not directly supported, but with the help of interfaces we can achieve that one. We can solve the problem of multiple inheritance, okay, in Java by using the concept of inheritance in interface, sorry. So how do you do that one? By using the keywords implement. Now we are creating a class, instead of extends, we use the extends here, we don't use extend, we use a implements. So we have one class, one interface, another interface, by using comma here, so we can implement multiple interfaces at same time. Okay, so implements the methods of both interfaces at same time, like implementing the two parent classes methods. Okay, this is one interfaces here. Let's see with the help of example. I have list out many examples here. Okay, smart devices, smartphone, and multiple inheritance, another example, and one more task example here. Okay, inshallah I will demonstrate this part. All right, so let me explain this one. I will